Welcome to another episode of Sports and Discourse with your host, Derek Stevenson. And on today's episode, I got a special returning guest. I got one of my favorite Louisville fans, and we got to get some updates on these Louisville Cardinals, Reggie Brown. Welcome back to the show, man.
How y'all doing? How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming back, man. And I know you kind of busy, so I ain't going to hold you too long, but we got to get right into it, man. So what I've been hearing is that Louisville been kind of divided with the fan base. And you know how things was looking for my Kentucky Wildcats. It probably was the most divided that it had ever been in a while. But
Right.
since Calipari kind of got his recruiting thing back together, I feel like a lot of that noise has died down on our side. But I've been hearing things is divided over your way, man. So, man, tell me what's going on with the Louisville fan base right now.
Man, it's basically some people, some fans, they thought because with Kenny being at Kentucky, and him recruiting most of the players, or doing in there talking to most of the players, him being the guy that was the recruiter, that it was gonna instantly pop for Louisville like that. We don't instantly have a top 5 class. We instantly don't do that. But what they don't understand is Kenny didn't get here until almost after April. He got here late. He hasn't been on the job 5 months yet.
Right.
So he really had to go against, especially in the 2022 class, he didn't have time to recruit that class. The class was basically, when he got hard, it was already done in a wrap. So he basically had to try to get some straps. I ain't gonna say straps, but try to get some players from the transfer portal. And people don't want to be patient, man. You know, when you've been in a drought for a while, we ain't been winning, we ain't been in a tournament. People are not patient.
Right.
This is a process, man. You gotta be patient with this process. I have all faith in Kenny, and I just want the fans just to be like, just be patient, man. Like, it's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah. And it's wild that they jumped on him so quick, man. Like you said, he ain't been on the job for half a year yet. And I feel like with Chris Mack, they was preaching patience, and now all of a sudden they in like fast gear ready, man.
Now they gave Chris Mack 4 years though. Fans gave Chris Mack 4 years. Oh well, Chris Mack made it to the NCAA tournament his first year. His first year, he had rich players. He did. Let's be honest. He had Jordan Noah. He had DJ David Johnson. Then he got a couple of players in the transfer portal. But they just need to just take their time, man, and get the right players in here. I know Kenny's gonna do that, and I just want the fans to be patient. I'm on the Kenny train, man.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with him.
Yeah, man. I'm interested to see how it turns out for Kenny. I'm gonna have to hate him while he's a Louisville Cardinal, but at the end of the day,
Right.
I always got a little bit of a soft spot for him. I wish him success outside of playing against us for sure. But
Right.
as far as the process goes, when do you think he'll be able to get like a real grasp on and get his feet really wet in his recruiting and really build the team up? How long you think it'll take him?
Well, I don't think it's gonna take him long. It's just he has to wait and see what this NCAA stuff, this pay for play scheme, what we don't get for that. We don't know what we don't get for that yet. We don't know if we don't get a postseason ban this year, next year. Are they gonna give us 2 years probation or reduced scholarships? Like he's all like we all just basically waiting on to see what this outcome is gonna be. We're supposed to know something there October, November. So I feel like once that's out the way, he's gonna hit the ground running.
Do you think it
And
might be?
you don't see players starting to, Louisville is the destination, and they don't start committing and this and that. Like, because right now, I think for the 2023 class, I know he's on AJ Johnson.
Yeah. I like AJ.
Yeah, AJ, Aaron Bradshaw. We already got Caleb Lynn committed. Another kid named Curtis Williams Jr. He's a 6'6" forward, which is nice. And also keep an eye out for JP. I don't want to mess his name up. JP Esarella. He was committed to Duke.
Oh yeah.
He has backed out of his commitment from Duke. And he's supposed to be taking a visit to Louisville for the Louisville Live that we're doing in October. Also, Caleb Foster, another Duke commit, was at the Louisville celebrity kickball game that we had at Jim Patterson Stadium. So I figure once these kids start hearing what's going to happen if Louisville don't get no postseason ban, I think you'll really start seeing the pickup in recruit.
So do you think that that's one of the things that could potentially make y'all maybe miss out on like DJ?
Yeah, most definitely, because that's a big deal. That's a big deal. You know, kids want to play when they come to college. They want to play in the NCAA tournament. They want to be able to have that experience. And if Louisville's not gonna be able to go to the tournament next year, which we, like I said, we don't know. If Louisville's not gonna be able to go to the tournament next year, why would you want to come here if you use DJ?
Yeah. And I had seen, I'm sure you've seen it, where our recruit Justin Edwards is trying to recruit DJ and Brashaw as a package deal. And I haven't really heard too much about them boys lately, man.
A lot fell off.
Yeah. And
a lot has fell off about them. Another player that Louisville just got, he just arrived on campus yesterday, is Fabio Basili.
Right.
Basili. He's a guard. He was in the 2023 class. He reclassified. 6'5", 6'6" point guard. Can shoot the ball, can handle the ball. I think the reason he wasn't really being recruited like that is because of his they didn't know about his eligibility. But once he got that pass, Kenny was already on him. He's friends with Louisville, not former, but a current player now, Mike James. He's friends with him. They play together.
Okay, they played high school, right?
They played high school together. So I expect him to get in here and be a backup point guard to Ellis. And then once he hits the weight room, you know, he's behind.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to hit the weight room, get that college weight on him. And we're going to see what we're going to do, man.
Well, I actually was looking at some clips of him this morning, and he actually kind of reminds me a lot of my guy, Rob Dillingham, man. Like, he's a real shifty type of player. He passed the rock, man. He going to hit you with 2 or 3 moves. He got a nice little pull-up jump shot. I actually like him, man. I was kind of surprised whenever I was watching him that he was ranked so low. I think he might have had some offers from like SMU and Kansas State, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But I was actually
diamond in the rough.
Yeah, I was kind of actually shocked when I was looking at him. I was like, I mean, here's the thing. You can only have so many 5-star and 4-star recruits. So some people, unfortunately, are going to have to be 3 stars and so forth. But I was kind of shocked when I seen him. I was like, he looked better than a 3-star, and he actually seemed like he can play a little bit. So I was kind of confused. But I had been seeing a lot of the fans was kind of divided on this too, man. Like,
yeah, they was like a 3-star guard reclassified, this and that. Man, they trying to do everything in their power to discredit whatever Kenny does. Now this boy come out this season and goes out there and ball, then they don't be right back. That's what I hate, the flippy flop. Like if you're gonna be on one side, stay on that side. Don't flip flopping back and forth when things is when things is doing good or when things is doing bad. You want to be divided. And when things is doing good, you want to be to the other. No, be there when it's bad and when it's good.
No, I totally agree with you on that, man. And I think it actually will help the kid that I think they said he's gonna be when he's supposed to be arriving in next. Is he already on campus?
No, he's already on campus. He arrived on campus yesterday.
Oh, he got here yesterday. Yeah, I think it'll actually help him the same way. I think it's going to help Ugonna Kingsley for us. Like, there's some kids that they might be considered like a late bloomer or such, but that 1 year of experience does numbers for these kids, man. Like, even when I look at like Damian Collins for us, like last year, he kind of looked like when a baby giraffe's born and like can't walk,
don't know how to defend yourself yet.
Yeah, like that's what I was looking at Damian Collins like. So he actually really surprised me, and I don't know if they gave him a lot to work on or if it was just the experience of playing with guys in practice. But he looks like a totally different player. So I actually, in some cases, I know we haven't had a lot of experiences where it's worked out so far, but I actually like some cases for these kids to get on campus a little early. Like you said,
get that weight room.
Yeah, because that's one of the
totally
things.
Different.
Yeah, that's one of the things that stood out to me when I seen Fabio. I said, well, he's a little thin. But man, most of these kids, these high school kids nowadays, they not coming out built like LeBron James. A lot of them is stick figures.
Fabio reminds me of how when Francis or Garcia first came to Louisville, he was
Right.
thin until he put that weight on.
Yeah.
But he still could ball.
Right.
He still could ball,
Yeah, but like I said, man, I was really impressed when I was watching him. I feel like he definitely got a nice game to him, and like you said, he's got some height on him. I always love big point guards, to be honest with you. Like if you can give me a point guard that's 6'4" and up, and he can handle the
They can
ball a
handle the
little bit,
ball.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm always
That's an
gonna take
advantage.
that. It is
That's an advantage. Even remember when Syracuse had Michael Porter Williams,
right.
big guard that can get to the lane, he can pose, he can shoot, drive, you see over the defense, especially them smaller guards.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think he's gonna be all right. I think he's gonna be fine, man. I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I was looking at some comments on some YouTube channels, and a lot of the fans were like, we tired of these these diamond in the rough, and he ain't gonna be no Russ Smith and all of this, and I get it to a certain degree. Like he may not be a Russ Smith, but
Right.
if he can just be a solid starter, if he can just, because by the time he grows into his own, maybe at that point the roster might be built up enough. You might not need him to be a Russ Smith. You know what I mean?
Might not be the nope.
But
Russ and remember, Russ had players around him too.
Yeah,
he was just a scorer, but he had Luke coming off the bench, Seaver, a true point guard that was running the offense, Shane Hurl, Gordy down low.
Yeah, to be honest with you, that team, obviously, that year that y'all won, regardless of what happened, what's in the record books or not,
right?
Y'all played the tournament and came out on top. Y'all had one of the best squads. Y'all probably had the best team that year. I mean, it just is what it, because y'all had just came off of the Final Four, and then y'all pretty much brought everybody back.
Yeah, everybody back.
And then y'all ran it back, man. So, yeah, he definitely had some players around him. I hate to see it too, because I feel like you at least gotta let Kenny get a class in and let him play at least a year or two, just to, you know what I'm saying, to see
how starting. Oh well, this ain't gonna work out, and all. Yeah,
it's a lot of times it's unfair. It's just like even in football, man. They get these guys and they give them a coaching job, and they give them like 2 years, and it's like, well, you ain't even really had a chance to even have your players that you brought on the team even develop. So
yet.
You getting fired before they even get a chance to even become what you thought they was gonna become.
And then some other guy comes in, and your players become what they were supposed to become, and he just out of credit for what you done built. Yeah, I see that time and time again.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, man. This one kind of shocked me when I started hearing it. I was a little like taken aback, because I was like, man, they on Kenny's head already. Like
he ain't even coached the game. He ain't even coached a game yet, bro.
Now that sounds like some stuff that Kentucky fans will be doing, man. I said, this is crazy, man. Like, but I'm interested to see, man. But as far as realistic expectations this year, what do you think would actually satisfy the fan base? Like, what has to be done? Where do y'all have to finish in order for everybody to feel confident enough going forward with Kenny?
I think if you finish top 5 in the ACC and make the NCAA tournament, I think they get fans behind you. Some fans know that what's going on, and the roster ain't where he wants it to be at. This could be another second coming to Carolina. Remember how Carolina last year, they struggled and they came on late.
Yeah,
and they're talking about a lot of these kids might, it's like probably about, I say at the most, we could lose probably 2 to 3 players off this team. So if you bring all that experience back, I'm not gonna say you go on a run like Carolina and go to the national championship game. I'm not saying that, but if you can make a run like a Sweet 16 run and get there and bring majority of your team back, then that's already been through the ACC gauntlet and experienced the NCAA, and then you add on a couple nice recruits. Like I said, we got Caleb Glenn right now committed, which the boy should be a 5-star. I don't know what the recruiting rankings is looking at. I don't know why they still got him as a 4-star. He's an absolute dog.
Yeah, I actually liked him, man.
Yeah. So I say if we make the tournament this year and at least finish top 5 in ACC, That's a successful season to me.
Yes, sir. Now realistically, do you think that the majority of the fans will agree with you, or you think they'll still be upset?
No, I think majority of the real fans will agree because we haven't been to the NCAA tournament in the last 2 years.
Yeah. Now, if Kentucky has a lot of success, do you think it will have do you think it will play into how some people feel about it? Do you think
Some
now
people,
it's a point where Kentucky's success is determined, or it helped determine the feeling that Louisville has at this point? Do you feel like it's going to start looking like a neck and neck race every year, and people going to be just doing the comparisons back and forth now?
yeah, it's going to be the comparisons every year. If Kentucky has a good year this year, uh, some of the bandwagon fans or the fans who didn't want Kenny here, they would make a hassle about it. But the real Louisville fans know Kentucky has a good roster, a good team this year. They have a nice roster this year, so uh, you won't see it from the real fans, But these fake fans, these fans that just like to troll and stuff, and really don't want Kenny to get the job, you'll see it from them. You'll see it from a lot of them.
Yes, sir, man. I'm actually kind of excited, man. I can't wait to see what the rivalry turn into, man. I feel like eventually it's going to get real nice out there. It's going to be real spicy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of shit talking going on, and the price of them tickets gonna probably go up, man. It's gonna be hard to get in there and watch one of them joints, man. And that's
right.
And believe it or not, that's one thing that I have not done to this day. I have not watched a Kentucky Louisville basketball game live to this day. And
I haven't either. No, I went to the Final Four game when we played down in New Orleans. But like, have I been to the Yum Center to watch it? No, not like each other's home court and watched it and
yeah,
feel that atmosphere and the hate.
Yeah, man, that's one thing I got to do soon, man. I've been in the Yum Center. I've watched some games. I ain't never watched a Louisville game, but I watched All-Star games and Derby Classics and that type of stuff. I always enjoy my time there, but I definitely at some point I'm gonna have to go and bite that bullet and pay that money, and I'm gonna have to get in there and watch one of them games, especially if Kenny bring y'all back like y'all hope that he is.
Me and you both. We just sit right next to each other because that's what I hope Kenny does bring us back, at least make the rival competitive. Because I keep telling these UNC fans, UNC and Duke fans, we really have the best rivalry, if you want to be honest, because we only play each other once. Y'all play each other twice, and they have a chance to play each other. They played each other 4 times last year.
Yeah, they really did, man.
We don't have a chance to do it.
Right.
We only play each other once, or if we see them twice at the most.
Yeah.
We don't have a chance. We'll get y'all next game.
The only thing we can do is we can try to we can cross over the sports, and we gonna brag about the football game and the basketball game. That's all we got.
That's all we got. That's all we got. But y'all have a Duke and UNC. Y'all play each other at home and then one away. Then got to meet in the ACC tournament. Then you have to meet in the NCAA tournament. Like, we don't have that much bread in right where we can lose this game. We don't be pissed, but we'll get them next game.
Right.
Like, we don't have that.
We don't got the opportunity to send coaches into retirement like they did Coach K this year, man.
No, we don't. Twice.
But speaking of the ACC, so you said that you would feel good if y'all finished in the top 5, right?
Yep.
So how do you feel like that top 5 is going to play out? Do you feel like y'all going to be right at 5?
I say right around 4 or 5. Because right now you would say Duke and Carolina is either swapping for 1 or 2. Then you have Florida State. They're always going to be there. Hamilton always keeps them loaded with NBA talent. That 4th spot, it can either go to Virginia or Louisville can swap itself out. You also got I'm forgetting the team, Carolina. Well, I'm not. Syracuse, they'll be around. They're always around. NC State, you got NC State. They sometime.
I know. After all that NIL mess, Miami better be doing something, man.
Miami will be there. So I say 4th and 5th spot would be between Louisville, Miami, Virginia.
I got you, man. Well, brother, like I said, man, I ain't gonna hold you too long, man. I appreciate you checking in with me, and I can't wait, man. I'm gonna have to have you back on more frequently when things start to heat up. It's kind of been slow a little bit.
It
Um,
has.
you
Because,
know,
like, we've heard nothing about DJ. Like, first we heard it flipped to Louisville. Then we heard it flipped back to y'all. Now it's just down south.
yeah, man. I ain't been hearing a
It's
lot,
warm
man.
on U of L's. I just looked at U of L's recruiting stuff earlier. It was warm on DJ, and it's warm on y'all side. So I don't think nobody really knows what DJ's going to do except DJ.
I don't think nobody know either, man. And I think it's almost as mysterious as Bronny James, man. His recruiting is another one to me that's just been kind of like super on the low, man. Ain't nobody knowing what's going on with them guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make sure, we'll be on Facebook, on Twitter. We'll do another space.
Absolutely.
For the people out there, make sure y'all follow me on Twitter at RBrown502. We be on there talking about college and stuff, college basketball, all sports, whatever we can talk about for real.
Yes, sir, man. Well, all right, brother, I'll let you go, man. We'll get back at it next time. Sports and Discourse with Derek Stevenson.